got to say about don't. Right, I've got to say one thing about you. Right.
Wait, we're live.
Yes, we are. Just please.
Oh,
please. Yes, don't. Just I'll give you a countdown, right, and then you can do whatever you want. You eat a lot.
Countdown used to be good, didn't it?
Countdown.
Still on?
Was on it.
Yeah. Well said.
Ornaments.
You eat a lot.
Do you know what? Absolutely would, by the way.
What, go on countdown?
Yeah, that's what. Exactly.
Yeah, do loads of sums and numbers and that. That was I like that bit. When you do the numbers. The words one's rubbish, innit?
No, what is it?
Oh, do you know what I mean? I've got a 7. What is it? Oh, some words you've never heard of. What's the point? What's that about?
What?
Like, it's just pointless.
It's not. Well, no,
it's not literally.
A different game show.
I've got a sketchy 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I love
like, what you get? What?
I'm Pointless.
Which is your favourite?
Pointless. Pointless is my favourite.
Me and him like
show.
Pointless on a Wednesday.
I know you watch.
Me and Jeff.
Why'd you look at us like with disgust?
Because that's how I feel.
Have you got no time for game shows at all?
No.
Why?
Because no.
But
like I said to you about 6 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Too many war films to watch.
There are a lot of war films.
You do like you would. Have you watched that Rebel Ridge yet or what?
Yeah, it's all right.
That's all right. I can live it out. Yeah,
right.
it's watchable.
It's all right. It's like Walking Tall, but a little bit different.
But you're sort of like the what's his name? That scientist who always
Stephen Hawking.
No.
Is it Stephen Hawking? It's not Stephen Hawking, isn't it?
Moved to America and changed his accent in.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
worse than you moving over here.
He's an American scientist. He's a physicist. He's got a mustache.
Mr. T.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. Whenever he watches a sci-fi film,
close.
He always just like does a tweet about all the things that were scientifically inaccurate with it.
That's like him with war films.
Is that you with war films?
You don't watch the Brew.
You can't enjoy them unless
that's kind of what he does every week to me.
Is it?
Imagine watching a football film.
Yeah.
And you see someone doing just some utterly ridiculous, that's not normal stuff.
Yeah. Like Bend It Like Beckham.
But Bend It Like Beckham's still a great film.
I've not seen it.
Mate.
You've not seen it?
Why would I see it?
Because it's got David Beckham in the title.
In the title.
The goalkeeping in that, by the way.
Yeah.
Right. There we go.
I'm sorry.
So I don't know how else.
Check your bank account.
I imagine if you were, being like, I don't know, a surgeon, because that's sort of shit that's on telly all the time. Yeah. And you spot someone in the background going,
yeah,
for heart surgery, and you just go, I'm watching the film, I'm now out of the film thinking, Jesus Christ. So that's all it is.
It's a shame then, isn't it, really? Because
it's a good point.
There's probably a lot of really well-made films that aren't really well rendered.
Sometimes,
if you know what I mean,
it's better not to be accurate, because cinematically some things look better, don't they? And also, it doesn't matter technically to the layman amongst us, the 98 or 99% of people that haven't served that don't know the truth. You look, okay, that's probably what I think war is like. Where actually, if it was a bit more realistic, I probably wouldn't want to see someone. If someone gets shot, them holding their arm is all right.
Some of them
if
just
arms blown to
absolute
bits,
bollocks. Like, so there's, I can't remember the name of it. I think it's a 343
Inglorious Bastards
radio, where it's a throat mic radio. So it has two like little things that sit just either side of your throat.
Yeah.
And you talk to it by holding on the pretzel and talking. And I fucked up here straight away because you're not going for realism when you're watching Ultimate Force with Ross Kemp.
Right.
However, that's
not Ross Kemp in a documentary style.
No, that's Ross Kemp as an SAS sergeant.
Ultimate Force. Is this 90s?
Yeah,
Ultimate Force.
Might be 2000s.
I think I've seen this advertised. I think it's the most 90s thing.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff in that show that are just like, what? But there's one that fucks me off beyond belief. So someone's holding that radio, and he talks into it. It's like talking into your laptop or something. No, it's probably less because laptop at least has that function.
Yeah,
it's like me trying. No, it's like me trying to go. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, it's the opposite of what's happening.
And you just go, fuck off.
Can we get this on? I want to show this on the screen, right? So I want to show. I'm going to send you this. This is an ultimate force. If you're expecting any realism out of this, I'm not saying you were.
When did you watch this?
But if you are,
this aired 20
you seriously need to
it.
start lowering the dosage.
Lawrence Fox is in it, which I think is the only acting gig he ever had.
That absolute nepo baby racist muppet that is Lawrence Fox.
Can you accurately fire two
homophobic racist muppet
from the waist like that?
I have seen.
Is that real?
A boss of mine fire 2 shotguns from the hip.
That's
simultaneously, yeah.
All right, here's a question.
And I went, fuck. that
2 shotguns from the hip. One of the Menendez.
So I set a trap for him.
Like
so a clay pigeon trap, We was doing some clay pigeon shooting. It's in Cornwall.
This, by the way, that's Ultimate Force. I, for one thing, that absolutely looks like a documentary.
Yeah, absolutely. So we was going testing out some clays, and he goes, right, so he goes, send over a couple of clays, and he went and stood out in the middle of a field, and he had his back to me, and he waited for the clays to get like directly above him, and went bang, bang, and nailed the pair of them, and I was like, you're fucking scary.
Did he then get rained down on by about half a kilo of sharp clay?
Because it's moving, isn't it?
Wicked.
That's class, that.
That's cool. All right, here's another one.
Go on.
Me, you, and Jay are in a trench. Okay. Next thing you know,
This feels like The Office. Like, is he coming from behind? Hey, so you're waiting for him to take you from behind.
I'm using my hole as bait to get him. No.
Yeah, right.
A grenade lands at Jay's feet.
Right.
I quickly pick it up, pop my finger in the hole.
What hole?
What hole?
Where the pin fell out of.
How are you going to put your finger in a hole
I've
for a
grown
pin?
one long fingernail.
Once the lever has gone up, it's initiated a fuse inside.
So I put my finger in. We're not. Oh, thank God.
Your finger's going to be the first thing you lose.
And then
You're forgetting as well.
The rest of your head, yeah.
If a grenade fell in our trench and landed at my feet, I would quickly pick it up and give it you.
Hold on.
Okay. All right then. So that
Got
doesn't
something
work.
for you. Just get it off.
So not everything you see on cartoons is real then? You're saying?
No, I would say any of the Roadrunner stuff is probably exaggerated.
So if I run up to a mountain, draw a black circle on it, Jay can't just run into that hole that I've created.
Right, that's not real.
Not every time.
Not every time. It's 9 3/4 style, isn't it? Like Harry Potter. Sometimes, if you're a wizard, you can get in.
If you
not,
believe it enough.
that's it.
What is that 9 3/4? Is that the train station?
Platform, yeah.
Is it a platform? Where is it?
It's at King's Cross.
It's just next to 13th.
Have you been
there. It's there in King's Cross.
You've
They have
not
a
been
little.
there, have you?
Jay.
They have a trolley.
I know who
halfway
you
through the
are.
wall.
Who are you? But I just thought you might have been with family or someone where...
Janine has been... See, this is what I don't get about birds. So...
Here we go.
Birds.
Can we have some background music and a single for Stephen?
I would go straight onto the Gene Hunt theme music. This is where this is going. So... I've been with Mrs. for a good while, and I believe Harry Potter's been out for a minute or two.
Yeah.
It's not a new development.
I seen one of them Harry Potter kids the other day, and he's about 30.
Right. So the
What,
missus
were you
keeps miming me,
disappointed?
will you take me to Harry Potter World? And I'm like, no. Right. If I want to go somewhere, I fucking go somewhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Why have they always got to be like, will you take me to Harry Potter?
Because it's nice to do things as a team.
No,
isn't
do you know
it,
what? It's
sometimes?
mad that, because my missus said the same thing, and I didn't go. They went,
There you go.
and they were like showing me like pictures of them on the brooms and all that, but it looks like it's real.
Full on, give a fuck.
Yeah, but I always find Harry Potter, right? I find it a bit weird sitting there watching a film with a load of kids with sticks and that. Like, as a 44-year-old man, like, why am I watching this?
You getting a word, yeah?
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's because you were by yourself, though, wasn't it? And you had really short shorts on.
Yeah. Like, why are you watching this again, Jay?
Why have you got 4 popcorns on your lap?
Yeah, and a load of tissues. Sorry, too far.
Too far, Jay. It's because the minstrels were melting in your hand,
It's Friday.
in your pockets.
It's allowed.
Yeah, I get it, but I watched them. They came out as I was the right age for them. Like the first one came out and I was like 7 or 8 or 10 or whatever.
I get that.
So I watched
Yeah.
them as they came out. And by the time the last one came out, I was a bit, but I'll just see it anyway to have seen
And
it.
also,
But they're actually not bad for
No,
I don't know what
said
the
that,
equivalent
like.
would be. Is like
Star
me
Wars.
asking Janine to come to fucking Currahee Mountain with me or something
Yeah.
like that.
don't you do stuff like that? Though?
Yeah, don't you actually make her do stuff like that?
I've seen a
she
few
likes
things
to
on
do stuff.
socials. that
Maybe
it's
you'd like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Maybe not though.
Yeah, I know.
I
but
think
you've
in
done
the
it.
I can't think of
Try.
anything that I would be like, oh, come to this with me, that she don't like. Because if she don't like something, she goes, like if I was like, oh, let's go and fucking tour the Burnabout or something like that, she'd be like, I'm not interested in that. I'd be like, cool. I'll go on my own.
Do you know what though? If you were to get dragged to something, like if you did think, oh, do you know what? I'm going away again or doing something where I need some brownie points. All right, I'll go. I can imagine it's not the worst place to go, like Harry Potter World. I mean, you might be a bit bored,
Especially
but
you,
you're not,
though,
it's
you
not
know,
like
you
what
like
the
films and stuff,
fucking
yeah.
hell am I doing here? This is absolute garbage. I imagine it'd just be a bit like
I don't know
boring.
about that. I think you're not exactly.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Offensively boring. I don't know. I think I could stomach. I wouldn't enjoy it, but I wouldn't like it.
Do you know
Would
what I
be
took
horrendous.
Blake to in the summer?
Go on.
Jurassic Park thing at Trafford Centre.
What is it?
Better than you think,
Right.
and also dearer than you think,
Go on.
and shorter than you think.
Is it the one? Because I went to one with my lad years ago, and it was like you were in a truck thing, and the dinosaurs were attacking you, and then you got out of the truck, and it was all like VR. Was it like that?
No, it's like animatronics. So you got like
Where's this?
Trafford Centre.
How?
It's in a car park.
This
What?
is Dino Golf, is it?
Nope.
Because I've done Dino Golf.
Next time.
I've been down on golf.
No, so you've got like quite realistic looking shit, and at one point obviously it's sort of all bollocks, but they've got so they've got all these like eggs cracking and like baby dinosaurs coming out of them and stuff like that. And
Real ones?
Yeah, Jay.
That's mint.
But like they look pretty believable.
Do they?
Yeah, I mean, you're walking around as an art. Do you like I walk around and you see some stuff like Alton Towers and you go, "Fuck off."
Yeah.
Right. But you're walking around as an adult and you're going, "They've done all right there."
What? I wonder what's Blake thinking.
She's going, "Fuck me, real dinosaurs." Yeah. Oh my God, Dad, look at that dinosaur right there.
That must baffle a kid.
So you've got those. I can't remember what the fuck they're called. The dead armored sort of flat-looking things with a big doucher on the tail.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
You know, they're in the films, right?
Yeah, they're great.
You walk into a room and it's fucking one of them just waving its tail around and having a look around and stuff like that. And you go, if I'm 5, that's real. Like, for real, that's real. And then you come all the way to the very end, and of course the T-Rex thing is at the end. And then you ever go to like the York Dungeons where they're like properly overacting, but it's good?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they're properly overacting that there's been a power cut.
Oh no.
We can't have these people near the T-Rex enclosure. And you're like, this is a bit much for a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
And then you get the as there's a big bastard T-Rex sort of on the other side of this chain link fence that you're on.
Did she cry?
No, but she was fucking
I mean, I'd be...
see-through.
We should
for a
go,
minute.
Jay. That sounds great.
It sounds a bit scary for me.
It's way better than you think.
I wish we had the footage of that time you did that drive-through haunted house.
Oh, the zombie thing. Yeah, I nearly ran 3 of them over.
Hang on.
I panicked that much that I just died. I forgot I forgot they were just drama students painted as zombies.
Yeah.
And like,
because they're like putting their hands in the car and stuff.
Yeah, like and I at one point I nearly drove into one of them
because I
was panicking.
That could be.
And Mrs. had to remind me this isn't real.
I think I've got a video here of
T-Rex.
I might have the zombie thing actually, but that was
Stretford Centre.
Yeah, there was that zombie thing. I'll get into some of the comments while you find that. Cameron S says, as a software engineer, it pisses me off when people try to code in movies. Oh, go on, just play that while I'm talking, then you're not bad.
Everyone's panicking.
Yeah, they've got loads of actors like shitting it around you.
The little pigtails being little bad.
Look how chill she is. I'd be like, you know what? Forget women and children first. I'm running and screaming.
Yeah, man.
Like, people think I was part of the show.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's a good actor. Look at him. He's even crying.
It is good, actually.
That's a Stegosaurus.
It's a Triceratops.
All right. It's a Triceratops.
Yeah, just like it was.
I'm only saying that because I read the word Stegosaurus a minute ago.
There's one of them big fucking thingy ones.
Oh, yeah. That's Diplodocus.
Nice. Really good.
But like the way they move, kind of, but like not.
No, they're not bad then.
I think that's an Ankylosaurus. Yeah, someone said
an Ankylosaurus.
Ankylosaurus.
Isn't that something you can buy from Claire's Accessories? Just to go around your ankle.
If you're not
when
bad for life like I am.
But for making your mates get their ears pierced.
Yeah. Sorry, Cameron S. He says he was saying about the code. He hates when people do code in movies. I always pause and check the screen for BS, and it always is. It's not real code.
Yeah, see, it takes it out. It takes you out of it. If you've got a specialty in something like that, like I said, football's the easiest one for us all to spot because we all know football in films is awful. Right? So that's the one. So imagine, because was quite a movie favourite in it. So there's lots of opportunity for you to sit there and go, that's a load of bollocks. So
Yeah.
Otherwise, like I can imagine, like if you've been to space. There's space. Oh. There's not many, and I'm not talking about the one in Ibiza. If you're an astronaut, I bet there's all sorts that you see. I bet you can't watch Armageddon because you're like, fuck all the way off. Well, but because there's only like
are you telling me you'd
20 astronauts alive?
You'd watch Armageddon.
It's not really a thing of like, I can't watch a space movie with all buzz. Like,
I think if you're anything, you can watch Armageddon and think that's ridiculous.
That's a good point.
They're going to train oil drillers to be astronauts.
Oil drillers watch it and go, what the fuck are they doing?
Have you ever seen the Ben Affleck commentary to that? It's amazing. Have you seen it?
It's better than the film.
It is actually better than the film.
You told me about it.
Yeah, it's so good. Where he just lays into it. Where he goes, this is ridiculous. Like, you're going to train
The best bit is like,
oil drillers.
I went and spoke to Michael Bay and I was
Yeah,
like,
the
listen,
director.
about this, would it not be better if you like trained astronauts how to drill? And Michael Bay's response was, fuck off.
I wonder though.
It's like,
It's at very short notice though. Because obviously...
oh, here we go. Here's Mr. fucking revisionist.
Well,
Go
no,
on.
but what is it definitely easier? Because
Just
right,
shut
here's the
up,
thing,
Joe.
right.
Right,
At
seriously.
long term, obviously, it takes what, I don't know, years and years to train to be a astronaut.
Yeah.
You know, many tests.
There's
people
two jobs
Harvard,
in
all that.
space, generally.
Astronaut.
There's a flyer and there's a
Alien.
scientist. That's it.
Yeah.
There's a pilot and a scientist. That's why
Yeah.
people are in space.
Right.
That's it.
Okay, so
So you're
swap-
generally one or the other.
But then swap the scientist for a driller.
Yeah.
Because obviously astronauts could learn to drill.
Yeah.
It tends to take less
They
exams
tend to be
and stuff
quite
like-
intelligent fellas.
Yes, but
Yes.
but here's the thing: you've only got a little bit of short notice because the aliens are on the way, or the whatever.
Let him go with Teddy Bar Joe.
The,
There was not that much. There was plenty of time.
Yeah.
What is it, the
They were
thing?
fucking him out for ages.
Yeah, but
one of them
I
went mad
reckon-
when he was up there and
I
started
think-
pissing him
but
out.
Here's the thing: all the driller has to do is sit next to the person flying the aircraft, the
Yeah.
spacecraft.
Have you seen the film?
Nah.
Ben Affleck flies a thing.
Yeah,
Does
he
he
works
fly?
out how to fly it.
Right.
He
But
just
wait,
goes,
yeah, what, in-
let's
in-
just
By the
press
way,
some buttons.
for some reason, it's got a fucking chain gun on the front of
Yeah.
it. Why?
Okay, right,
Yeah.
that's fair enough. But
They had to get
you ever
loads
heard of
of
Evil
weight out.
Knievel?
They was
I
taking
never
out
saw a
fucking
Star
door
Wars.
handles out the fucking hatch of it. What's this? Get rid of that. And they kept the chain gun.
Yeah.
maybe that is a bit far fetched then.
Do you reckon? Like,
Yeah. But if you've got an astronaut who's
Right.
like, you know, really small,
yeah.
Like Ethan.
like Ethan,
Yeah.
could he
Like a little
operate
monkey.
a big, massive drill?
I presume so, because there's no gravity.
Oh, that helps, doesn't it?
Yeah, like, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Come on.
Yeah. So
Being
what
an
do you do?
astronaut
Do they-
is one of the most skilled jobs ever. Like, you have got to, like Steve was saying, got to be so super intelligent. Now, I'm not disparaging oil drillers. I'm sure they are very,
You are,
know,
yeah.
Wonder who the
qualified.
thickest
I'm just saying
astronaut is.
they're not
Because there's got to be one, isn't there? There's always like if there's a someone's
the thickest
most,
one.
the
Well, don't
thickest-
forget, they did put people in space though that weren't astronauts, didn't they?
They put a fucking chimp in
Well,
space.
some of them
and
didn't
a
make it though,
dog.
did they? The challenge was it the Challenger that exploded?
Yeah,
Mike
that,
Gill's
was,
been
was a
to space.
teacher.
that was a teacher, wasn't it? Who won the competition?
Yeah,
The Challenger. I'm not taking a piss. Was it the Challenger that
Yeah.
exploded?
Don't make me repeat it.
I heard you.
What did he say?
So Martin Keown's been to space.
Very good, very clever. Good humour.
Yeah, so she was a teacher.
Yes.
Right.
She
Didn't
won the
have to train her
competition
to be
and
an astronaut,
Didn't
did
get
you?
didn't get off the ground, unfortunately. No,
Yeah.
but she wasn't. She was one of like a whole team. The rest were all astronauts.
So were these
And
boys-
also, I don't think it was like 2 weeks worth of training. I
So-
think they trained her properly for a long time.
On the, Armageddon.
Armageddon, as it's known.
Are they? Is it all drillers and no astronauts?
There's like 2 astronauts and like
perfect.
10
No,
drillers.
because you got the fella out of Prison Break.
William
That's in all
Finchner.
sorts.
William
Yeah.
Finchner.
Yeah, because he's in all sorts of films. Joel, have you ever seen that thing where it's like you got all of these actors and you never know their name, but they're in
there's
all
so many
sorts
good
and they're genuinely good. Like he's a good actor.
Jesse Plemons is
Jesse,
one of them.
I was going to say Jesse Plemons.
Who's Jesse
He as
Plemons?
well.
You know his face.
Have you ever seen Breaking Bad? Oh yeah,
Just search Jesse Plemons. You'll know.
You're right. He's
You'll
in
know who's Jesse
everything.
Plemons. Google him. You'll know him straight away. He's in so much stuff and he's just really good every
Oh
time.
yeah.
He's in everything.
He's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
When life gives you
the,
Plemons.
that fella, that's the astronaut / FBI agent on Prison Break.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah, he's another one. William Finchner, I think his name is. He's in a lot of stuff. Who's that other guy? Is it Patrick Robinson? He's another one who's in everything.
Yeah.
But he's not quite
They're
almost
great. That's
almost
what you want
famous.
to be. If you're an actor, that's what you want to be. Because he's
Like a
probably earned a
character
few million
actor.
quid, but he's not got his life completely ruined and he can still
That's
go
what
to like
most actors
7-Eleven
want
or
to be in
whatever.
it. They don't want to be. A lot of them don't want to be film stars. They want to be like actual actors. Alex Hornby says my thing is the first time Ten Hag has a squad of all his players. This needs time to gel. As a squad, sacking him is the wrong decision, which is fine.
agree,
Deep Impact versus Armageddon, says Gen 91.
Totally different genre, even though it's the exact same thing happening. Isn't it weird that like it's that sort of like
Deep Impact might be the most
simultaneous
depressing
sort
film
of
ever.
ideas? What's the like
Yeah.
concurrent sort of
It
ideas?
happens- There's been a few of them, haven't there?
Yeah, there was like vampires
Volcano
for a bit.
and Dante's Peak.
Yeah,
Yeah. The Day After Tomorrow in 2012.
yeah. Basically came out the same
What's the
week.
other one? There was White House Down and the other one that was like basically the White House gets attacked.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Olympus Has Fallen.
That's it.
Wasn't
They're
there something
basically
around
two
about the
same
same with aliens on Independence Day when Independence Day came out at the same time as well?
Maybe.
You might have just watched it twice.
Could have done.
And Ants and Bugs Life.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Or what was it, Mr. Skin and AZ Nude?
What? The two pornos that you used to have in the 90s.
Yeah, that sounds that Deep Impact was the more cerebral of the two.
Yeah.
Deep Impact was the one with
film,
Morgan Freeman as the president, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, there's probably more than one thing he's the president in.
Isn't he God in summer?
Yeah, he's got
Bruce Almighty.
He's gone through the entire chain.
How old do you think he is?
Morgan Freeman,
Oh.
89.
Ooh,
No.
you hit the post, 87.
No, he didn't.
I'm pretty sure.
I would have said 82.
I'm pretty sure, it helps if I spell his name wrong.
bless.
I'm pretty sure that Morgan Freeman is 87. I was looking, 87.
Wow.
He's looking right for 87, to be
He looks
fair.
great.
He's still going. How old do you
He's
reckon?
not looked any different since
Clint
he was
Eastwood.
in fucking
Clint
Robin Hood.
Eastwood's got to be 93.
Clint Eastwood, you're going 93. What are you going?
No, he's in his 90s. I'm going to say 91.
It might be 95.
Both of you very close. 94.
Wowzers.
94, mate. Honestly.
Jesus,
Doesn't look a day over 100.
No, he does. He's doing well, any old Clint. Do you
Yeah,
know
he
what I
is.
mean?
Thank you
Considering
for the giggle behind the camera.
what did you say then?
I bet he jizzes dust.
Oof.
You can't talk about Clint Eastwood's jizz.
Kush Khan,
On
the
the
goddamn
brim.
manly man.
Bizarrely, right, when you Google his name, what came up there? Right, when you Google his name, the thing that comes up is
Gorillas.
former mayor of Carmel City.
All right.
I'm pretty sure he's famous for something other
The
than
mayor
that.
of Caramel City, isn't that
Caramel-
what people
of
call Willy
Caramel.
Wonka?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That's
What
like...
is that? Yeah, that's what he's known for.
How
isn't it?
old do you reckon Harrison
it
Ford
wasn't,
is?
I didn't tell me.
How old do you reckon Harrison Ford is?
Harrison
I've just
Ford,
seen it. So
Oh, you
I guess.
fucking cheated.
78.
Oh, 82. Aye. So, yeah, they're still going on, aren't
How old
they?
is Pierce Brosnan? Sorry, I'm like the cricket. No. Tennis. Some tough sport.
Pierce Brosnan
Looking
can't be in
handsome
his.
as
Can't be.
fuck.
I think he's 68.
70, I'm saying.
71. All right, Helen Mirren.
Can this be the last one? Because this is one hell of a game, isn't it?
No, what is this on?
Helen Mirren's got to be 82.
She's 79.
Bless her.
She's still all right as well, isn't she?
She seems to be doing well, yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
as it stands.
I mean, as an
Christine
actress.
Brinkley's the one that you want to Google.
Christine Brinkley?
Do it.
You are a child of the 80s, you aren't you?
Just do it and then be shook at how good she looks.
Right, Christine Brinkley is 70. Yeah.
Fucking
I mean, one of the pictures of her having surgery, so she does look very good. But it's obviously, there's a reason for that. Get involved in the comments. Let us know what you think about that. I was going to ask you, have you watched anything lately? Any shows lately? Because I've watched some
What have you watched?
Sweet Pea.
Sweet Pea.
Yeah, I know you're saying it like that. I was talking to you about one.
Yeah.
You'll like it. I know it sounds shit, but it's about a woman who just decides to start killing everyone.
I'm listening.
She gets bullied and that, and everyone treats her like shit, and she just snaps.
Is that the Joker?
She starts killing like knobheads.
That's well shit, by the way.
The new
first
Joker.
one?
Yeah, the reviews aren't good.
I thought the first one was a bit shit, to be honest.
I like you pointed out some flaws in the first one, which you can discuss on this show for us.
I've just thought it proper like smacked you over the head with what the plots of the film are. Like it's this like quite. It's the same thing over and
We're not
over
allowed
again.
to do subtle anymore. We're in the
It
TikTok
couldn't
generation.
be less subtle. It's like everything that happens to him, not one good thing happens to him the whole film. It's just, oh, you're a dick, you're a dick, and then eventually she starts to like him. And then you have that moment where you realise that he was sort of imagining it all along and he got it wrong and all that. But then they do this like flashback moment where they show you what he thought and then what really happened. And like 3-4 flashbacks, like we get it. Like it's just so in your face, like actually, even when he thought things were going bad, well, they weren't. But it's just so like blatantly done. It just felt the least subtle thing I've ever seen.
Is what needs to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, I agree. Happy birthday, Stephen Harris. He says, Joseph is my birthday, just in case you needed to know.
Happy birthday, I did need to know, thank you. Let me just get
happy
that into my diary.
Akash K says, a shout out to Steve for that t-shirt, epic. What's
Stoic conditioning?
Stoic.
Stoic? Yeah.
Stoichkov.
Here's a question for you. Me
Go
and
on.
Janine was discussing this at the weekend.
Go on then.
Career-wise,
South Korea, definitely.
North. Fucking south.
Really?
Kim Jong-un. He's a baller. What's his name?
Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un.
Jung.
who's had a better film career, Arnold Schwarzenegger or The Rock?
Shut up. Schwarzenegger by a country mile.
But The Rock came into it and should have been the next Arnie.
Exactly. He should have been the next Arnie, but he wasn't. And
Didn't-
also
he's
Arnie.
done consistently shit films.
Yeah.
The Rock. I mean,
Has
The
he
Rock.
chased the cash? Is that what he's done?
No,
The
but
Rock.
Arnie did some bangers.
Arnie's got seminal films as well.
Terminator,
That's seminal.
Commando,
For some
Yeah.
reason as well, The
Predator.
Rock, even though he's
Yes.
absolutely massive,
Twins.
and
Exactly.
is undoubtedly
Junior.
intimidating on physical perspective. He's never been a cool hard man, has he? He doesn't feel hard.
The only time he's
Why
sort
is
of
that?
done any good acting, and I think, it might be Michael Bay. So this is the theory that I saw.
You're
someone
thinking
was saying,
of the film The Rock.
No, because I think it was Pain and Gain.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
That's
That
the only
was
time he's
Michael Bay.
actually good in that, because he's actually acting in that. Every other time he plays the really happy rock guy.
Yeah, and he plays like in the whole.
Who directed Pain and Gain.
Michael Bay. He's good lad.
Yes.
Good lad. Good work.
So The Rock has not done anything with like good directors.
Yeah.
Whereas Arnie actually, he worked with James Cameron. He worked with, I'm pretty sure he worked with Michael
Ivan
Bay.
Reitman.
Yeah.
He's worked with good directors, and I think that's where the Rock's just like fucking. Oh, we're doing another Jumanji, are we?
Yeah, and he just plays the silly. I'm wearing clothes that are too tight for me, and I'm stood next
probably
to
too many
a
fucking
comedian.
films with Kevin Hart.
Yeah, it is.
I
it
do
is
like.
silly, silly,
I
isn't
do
it?
think Moana is elite for a
Yeah.
cartoon. That
He's
is
not-
one of
he's
the
not
best
acting in it, is he?
animations.
He's just reading.
Yeah, I get that, but it is you got to give him some credit for that.
Yeah,
I like that
yeah.
film. That's really good for a kid. If you want to sit down with your kids and watch a cartoon, that's one of the best ones you can watch. I think
Yeah, it is good.
it's quite entertaining. But Arnie,
snack.
all right then, Arnie or Sly?
See, it's Arnie.
I don't know.
No,
I'm
the
gonna
peaks
think.
are higher with,
I'm
with
gonna.
Sly. The peaks are higher because Rocky's it's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And Rambo as well. But then he did a lot of guff in between, and then he sort of got the nostalgia train going with Expendables.
Yeah.
It's Arnie though.
I don't know. I'd have to go Sly myself. I think Rocky's so iconic. I get the Terminator and all that, but also the fact he wrote it, he invented it.
Didn't he
I
write
give
it?
him- yeah.
He
Yeah,
basically Oasised it, didn't he? Didn't he
Sold,
write it in like
sold
2
his
hours?
fucking
And then he
dog
did-
to fund it.
Yeah, and then he would like, we want Burt Reynolds or someone to play, and he was like, no, I'm going to play it. And they were like, well, we're not making it. He's like, right, fine, don't make it then. And then they went, right, we'll make it, but you're not having much money. He was like, right, fine.
Amazing.
Smash it over.
Yeah, held on a bit for like
It
2
is one.
years.
Kevin Costner or Bruce Willis.
That's a good one. That is a
nice,
good one.
isn't
That's a good in that. Because the thing,
I ain't seen enough of either of them.
Until
Really?
Yellowstone, I think Bruce Willis all day long, especially when you got like Sixth Sense and Unbreakable and all that.
do you know what it is with Bruce Willis though?
Forgetting Die Hard, obviously.
I just think Bruce Willis isn't a very good actor.
Yeah, he's not.
You think he's basically an American version of Jason Statham?
Yeah, he's not like, he's not like, people go, oh, the Sixth Sense is brilliant in that. He's not really. He gets completely out-acted by Haley Joel Osment. He's just got, he's just not Bruce Willis in that film. That's why he's like, imagine like Denzel in that film or someone like
I think his
Al
best acting
Pacino. It'd be much
performance
better.
Is as Rachel's boyfriend in Friends.
He's good in that.
Yeah, he is good in that.
Not what they all say they like Die Hard, and not one of them recognises him. Pricks,
Yeah, that's true.
pricks,
It is.
frauds.
They have everyone in Friends.
Yeah, they do.
Like little cameos, don't they?
Yeah,
Like Robin Williams is in it as well, and
yeah.
who else?
Michael Rappaport.
He's lost the plot, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's not a very nice person.
Bless him.
Anyway, fellas, do you want your grooming routine
There we go.
to be a one and done deal? Oh, my neck. Well, the days that wasn't part of the read.
I can't see that on there.
That's me. I'm getting old. The days of using the same trimmer
Really camp that.
for I am a bit camp. For your balls and your face are over, yeah. Because Manscaped, our friends at Manscaped, have got you covered with their new beard and balls bundle, featuring the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. Yes, you heard me right, the 5.0 Ultra and the Beard Hedger. Now, thanks to Manscaped and us as well. Let's not forget, you get 20% off and free shipping. So what are you going to get for that? What are you getting 20% off? You're getting 20% off the Beard Hedger, which has the two interchangeable skins. Oh no, sorry. The 2 interchangeable blade heads is the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra.
Yeah.
The Beard Hedger has the titanium coated stainless steel T-blades with the 20 length options. Yeah,
Steve, what's the coolest metal?
20 length.
Titanium.
Exactly. Well said. Titanium. What's the coolest metal? 20 length. That famous metal. 20
I
length.
think that's 68 on the periodic table, isn't it? 20 length.
So, if you want the metal 20 length and you want some titanium thrown in and a couple of interchangeable skin-safe blades, then click on the link in the description. You get 20% off. You get free shipping. You can have a beard like him, like that.
I bet if you wanted a B&Q and asked for 20 length, you'd come out with something.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't be able to fit it in your car without rolling the windows down.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Or you can have a beard like him.
I've got a big car.
Or you can have balls like that. Yeah? So, click on the link in the description. 20% off and free shipping. Use the code Paddock24. Your balls and your beard will thank you. And a big thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring this podcast. Right. Mike says, last week's brew involved actually talking about football, but didn't have any mention of the 91 European Cup Winners' Cup final. Did Joe not get the memo? What, I wasn't here last week, was I?
Neither of you were here. Something had to be done, didn't it?
Me and Steve are having our own little private brew.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds nice.
I was.
Oh, by the way, we've got a rate guest next week.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Are you actually probably going to talk about football?
We're going to talk about what
I don't know. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, you can actually see me and Steve being very, very kind and complimentary.
I might even have a brew.
Yeah, I think I will.
I think you should.
You're going to see me and Steve speaking less than we've probably ever spoke on this podcast since Terry Christian was on it
before.
Yeah, he's been on the channel before.
He
might have done a brew before.
I think
he has been on the channel before, and he is someone we absolutely revere.
We literally named him the last one we was on, so you can probably figure it out.
Yeah, and he's elite. He is elite, and he just he's one of those guys that you just want to listen to.
People use the word legend all the time, and no disrespect to Ben Thornley, we got a higher bar than that. But when we say we're bringing on a Manchester United legend, we are bringing on a Manchester United legend.
We are, and you're right, and he is. By any metric you want to use. Any metric you can come up with, he's a legend. Have you ever introduced someone as a legend on a video?
Yes.
What's the sort of the one where you look back and you go, I was stretching it a little bit?
You might have said it for Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. Yeah, I think we did. We both did. We both said it for Edinburgh, 100%. And you both threw me under the bus with his chant as well, by the way. Thanks for that. Have you ever done it where you've introduced someone and you look back and you go, I said it with Louis Saha. And I think that was a stretch. I like Louis Saha, and he was a great player. Is he a United legend?
I think we said it. I don't want to reveal who this is, but the person.
Well, that kills the game.
Well, no, I don't reveal who you're talking about for next week.
Oh, right, sorry.
But we introduced that person and David May as legends. Which it's tough. It's tough, Steve.
He's just won.
It's not tough.
It's tough that because you can't go. We're joined by Manchester United legend
and David May.
You
fucking absolutely can.
I suppose
do you know what? Not only you should.
Yeah, that we did do that.
Do you know what? Right.
To be fair,
can we just go right? We went to Vegas.
Yeah.
And we were given a choice. It was David May and another one, who is a legend.
And then it was like Chucky, Wes Brown, and Robbo.
Wes Brown and Robbo.
And me and Macca went, we're doing them.
Yeah. And I was like, and I know what he's like, and I know what Macca's like, I know what like together. And I thought, that's actually for the best, because they'll show David May about as much respect as...
We would have just talked to the other guy.
Yeah. As you'd expect.
But to be fair...
So I was like, and he was all right, David May. I don't want to be horrible to him, because he was sound and he gave some good answers and it was fine. But I was glad. It was just hilarious that you, Wes Brown, have now got this thing where he tries to throw you under the bus every time.
Every fucking time.
You did that one where it was class, because I remember I didn't know you'd spoke to him. So I'm sat watching it, and you asked him about the tour. Tell us about the tour in Australia, and he said I didn't go. And you were like, what? And he was like, I was injured.
Yeah.
And then when the last one we were on, you spoke about Manu, and I think you said Kobe by accident, and he went, you mean Kobe?
I think I just said we're going to fight Wes. So yeah, the one in Vegas. The one in Vegas
was horrible though.
I went, "Oi, have you got any pre-season tours?" He went, "Oh, do after we won the treble?" I went, "Yeah." He went, "Australia." I went, "Yeah," because I've heard Dwight York just did things.
Refuse to believe that.
In Australia, Gabrielle Rishen's name rings a bell. Wes goes, "Ask me about Australia on the tour, on pre-season after the treble." I went, "Right, sound." So then I went, yeah, right, Wes, talk to me about Australia pre-season. So he went, I was injured. Didn't go.
And then you made it worse.
And he was taking the piss, or did he? How did that happen?
He's a fucking knob, Joe.
No,
that's what it is.
What's happened is...
Well, text him now, just put
there's
knob.
Been a breakdown in the communication from Droylsden to Longside. Right? Because you might look at it and you go, it's two Mancunians talking to each other. No, that is like two foreigners communicating, right? So Steve said to Wes, tell me about a pre-season tour that you were on, where we've got a story, an anecdote that we can share. Wes has heard, tell me about a pre-season tour where, something was like, it went down. Mad. And Wes is thinking, well, Australia was the one that everyone chats about. So Steve's going, Australia, right, sound. So they've got on stage, and then the communication breakdown has come to the floor, because Steve said, tell me about Australia, and he's going, well, I wasn't there.
Right.
But obviously, if you're not, you don't know the conversation they had. So me and you were just watching, I'm sitting there thinking, what's going on here? And then to make matters worse, Macca goes to Wes. Tell us, Wes Brown, absolute legend, 2-time winner of the Jimmy Murphy Player of the Year award. And Wes Brown goes,
I didn't win it twice.
I didn't win it twice. I won it once. So Macca's like, obviously thinks Wes Brown knows how many times he won the Jimmy Murphy Award, so he goes, oh, sorry.
We Googled it.
We went to Dublin with Wes, and Macca says to Wes, he went, Wes, what's that say? That says you won it twice. He went, oh, yeah, I did. I just didn't want to brag. What? You didn't say that when we said 2-time Champions League winner. You didn't say no, I've only won it once.
Yeah, and also when we introduced him, he corrected us on how many Premier League titles he'd won.
Because I said 5 and he said 7 because he won 2 more.
Wes has done all these tours for that fucking long now. He just has a buzz.
He does.
Himself.
And I love that. I love the way he is with us. He's having a laugh with us and takes a piss, and it's all good, isn't it? Because that's the way it should be. But yeah, we have got a legend. Loads of people have guessed who we've got, by the way. Yeah, everyone's in the chat saying it.
And he hits the bar, doesn't he? Like, people you go, put it this way, you tune in next week, you're not going to go, oh, I thought he was getting a United legend on. You're going to go, fucking yes.
I love that as well, mate. Do you know what I mean? When you speak to those lot, like that era and that level, it's like, you realise how lucky we are. Because where else you get to go and sit with an actual legend for an hour and talk about whatever you want? That doesn't happen.
That's what will come in an hour early.
Do you know what I mean? Exactly. I'll sat next to him with him. But it's like, when I used to do radio, you get 3 minutes with him. Like, I interviewed Bobby Charlton, I was grateful for it. Yeah. I didn't get to sit down and have a conversation with him. I got a few minutes asking him about whatever it was, about the Olympics. Whereas now you get to have proper convos, and I never want to normalise that. Joshua Bowart says, lads, other than Ste, who do you reckon could survive the longest in the wilderness with only a knife in a woodland environment with a water source? What makes you think it's Ste? Why not me or Joe?
Because it's fucking me, innit? Let's be real.
All right, yeah, obviously it is.
He's going to be like, me fucking blood or something.
No, I'll just... He could... Wow, that was a bit deep, wasn't it? Eh?
No, that he's wrong, though.
He's always got that little line that he crosses, hasn't he?
Because I'm the only one here that's ever grown their own herb garden.
Isaac, he could knit you a tent.
I could
out
sort
of hemp.
that out. I'm going to be growing my own vegetation.
You turn around and Joe's knitted us all a tent.
Yeah.
And he's found some avocado.
Or I'll just murder a sheep and wear it.
Yeah. What would you do?
Who's going to be warmer? You out of your pube hair tent?
No,
me?
I'm not making a pube hair tent. I'm making a pube hair weft, and I'm using it to filter water before I boil it and drink it.
I think the best option for me is just suicide.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, just take myself
Find
out of
the highest cliff you can
and just jump off it. Do you know what I mean?
Before you twist your ankle.
Yeah,
like
I probably thought
12 foot up, Jay, for fuck's sake.
I'm gonna have to jump 8 times before I die, because I'd just be so shit and useless, and I'd be panicking that he's gonna get bored and decide to kill me with his knife.
Yeah.
Or that you're gonna fucking, I don't know, just lose the plot. So I just think,
I
there's
don't
no
think
way I'm
I'd
surviving.
Be that bad.
What?
I don't think I'd be that bad. I don't know how to do anything, but I feel like I could try and... I know the rough basics of, like, what you need.
I'm shit, though, right? I'm, like, my mate, before I went V-Fest, showed me how to make his tent. He said, look, went in his garden, and he went, look, this is how you make this tent.
Yeah.
And he showed me, and we got to V-Fest, and I couldn't do it.
Right.
I ended up sleeping in my mate's caravan. Like, it was just a shambles. So
Have you ever killed anything you've eaten?
What? You've met me? No.
Have you?
Well, I don't want to brag, but let's just say I plucked quite a few apples off a tree last week. So
really?
Well, yeah.
Did you have a license?
Hunter-gatherer.
Hunter-gatherer.
The orchard owner gave me access.
I don't even do DIY in the house. My missus does all that. I'm the least practical person
I've eaten before.
Have you really?
Only a fish.
I don't really count fish.
What do you mean you don't count? What do you want me to have killed? A human being?
Why do you mean you don't count fish? Anyway,
I would if I was in that situation.
That's a bit fishist.
Yeah,
why not? Why fishes are animals too? And as George W. Bush said, I truly believe fish and humans can coexist.
Which I killed and ate a fly.
Yeah, I've done that.
Not in that order necessarily.
Right. What's the biggest thing you've killed, Annette?
Not
because you must have killed everything.
A rabbit.
A rabbit? Yeah. I thought he was going to say an elephant or something. A rabbit.
What, killed and eaten an elephant? What is this, the fucking 1700s? You can just do what you want.
I just thought he might have, shot something big. I wasn't expecting a rabbit. Maybe an elephant was a bit much.
Maybe, yeah, you could have eaten
rabbits and chickens. About to say, I've done a rabbit and I've done a chicken.
Really?
Would you eat a badger?
I get the impression that badgers don't taste good.
It's like fox, innit? You'd not be doing that.
No.
What's your take on hunting?
I think if you eat meat, you should be obligated to go and do it and be involved in it at some point.
Wasn't it Gordon Ramsay who bred sheep and then killed them in front of his kids?
Did he kill them in front of his kids like some sort of like
elbow
ISIS video or something? What do you mean kill?
No,
tied them up with bags over their head.
No, the kids got to know the sheep
Yeah.
Give him names
and then he killed him.
Yeah.
To eat.
That
to
did
sort of
happen, yeah.
teach-
That was like 20 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, it
I mean, they're still in
counts.
therapy about it now,
Yeah,
right?
they are. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like,
I think children should understand where meat comes from.
should they though?
But
Does it
I don't
matter?
think they need to be
I don't
involved
think-
in the process
they-
until they're older.
Do they need to know where meat comes from though? Does it matter that much? Is it that deep? Like,
Yeah,
do they
because
need
I
to
think-
know how the
Jay, we're losing you always.
Oh, did you see the Northern Lights last night?
Couldn't be asking.
Well, Blackpool.
You like my eldest, she was the same. We woke her up and said the Northern Lights are literally in the back garden.
Let me
and
show
she's
you
like,
a
"Nah, I'm
photograph
right.
that someone took.
I'm all right." What do you mean you're all right? I'm 44 and I've never seen it before in my life. And they're literally just 2 meters away from where you lay down now. Come and have a look at me. Come in a once in a lifetime opportunity. And she
you-
went, "Nah, I'm just going to stay
Do you
in
not
bed."
think it's mental that like
life?
for our entire lives they never appeared in there was in Scotland, but they never appeared in
that
England,
don't count.
right? And in like 5 months it's happened twice. So
Yeah.
I didn't get out of bed, right? This was on my street.
No, it wasn't.
It was. So someone's took this on my
Jesus
street
Christ.
last night.
Yours are well better than mine.
I didn't realise they were that good. Because last time it
That's
was
probably
kind
a
of
long
like
exposure picture, though, maybe.
yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
It's a proper professional.
Mine's a bit.
photographer. Yeah, that's what it was last time, and I was like,
that's not the naked eye as well, bro, because that's the camera.
I'm
Yours
not
looks
getting
like
up for
someone's
that.
banged the knee on the side of the bed, and that's like 2 days later, the bruise. Doesn't it?
That's what I thought it was going to be. I didn't realise it was going to be that.
Stitched right up, didn't we?
What do we reckon it is? Why we got it twice in 5 months and not like ever before that?
It's a good point. Probably the man-made hurricanes. Some of that's got to drift over, hasn't it? In some way, shape, or form. Isn't it something to do with like having different metals in the air and stuff? I don't know why it's happened more often. You think maybe climate change, but then why? I don't know. Is the answer because it never happened, did
Well, I
it?
saw someone going, it's HARP, which is like DARPA sort of thing. It's
Yeah.
HARP doing it. And you go, okay, to what end?
Yeah,
Like, how are they making money out of that now?
I don't know.
They selling photos? Like,
Yeah, trying to make the Norse gods come back into
So
fashion.
they've been around a lot then recently.
That happened about 5 months ago, like Steve said.
yeah, it was,
Happened-
it was a few months ago.
That
Jane
spoils
lost
it,
her
that,
fucking
doesn't it?
mind and was getting well excited.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, my missus was getting well giddy about it
And
last night.
And I ventured up to the loft, turned the light off, had a look out and went, I'm going back to bed.
I went looking at the wrong. I went out the front, couldn't find it, and then I seen a little
Couldn't
bit.
find it.
Yeah, I was like, I
The
couldn't
way you
find
talk
it.
about
Look
it,
up, you fucking dick!
I
Yeah,
looked
I did.
before when you said it's in the garden, like it's a snowman or something.
Yeah.
It's still like
No, but in the
hundreds of
back
miles
garden
in
you
the
could see
sky.
it quite clearly, and I
Yeah.
seen a little bit over the roof, so I was like, all right, so round the back you can see it properly.
Yeah.
Went round the back, I was like, oh yeah. Told Mrs. She was like, oh my god. My 2 youngest were still awake, so they came. They're giddy anyway about everything. They're in that age.
Yeah.
And then me eldest had gone to bed early, and we woke her up and said, "There's Northern Lights are outside," and she was like, "No, I don't care. I'm tired."
But I
Shites,
absolutely would travel to like Finland or Sweden or somewhere to go and see them.
Yeah, I'd love to go to Iceland. Or
But there's no
something like
guarantee.
I will want
of
to do that on the dogs, on the old skidoo with the dogs. I really want to do that.
that. Getting pulled off by some dogs.
Yeah.
Sounds-
Have you got what's this producer Ben showing us?
My picture from last night's vlog exposure.
Look at that.
That's pretty good.
Just put it on the screen. Go on. Where's this from? This isn't last night. This is the last time. Apparently they're visible tonight, but it's not as good as last night because there's clouds,
Oh,
which is a shame, innit? Bloody clouds getting in the way. Alex, go on.
Well, you live in a good area for it, don't you? Because you're out in the wilderness a little bit.
Not as much as I'd like to be, but yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Alex Buckingham says.
I don't know what you're laughing at. If
Well,
I could be 40 miles away from anyone, I
it
would.
fits your brand. There's a scene. Right? Have you ever seen There Will Be Blood?
Yeah.
There's a scene where Daniel Day-Lewis says, I don't even remember it. He says, "I want to make enough money, so I'm just going to live on my own away from people." That's my dream. And I was thinking you when I see that scene.
Yeah. Scottish
That's like
Highlands
the
are
life goal.
fantastic.
Like,
Oh, I love
make enough
Scotland.
money
There's no-
It's
to
amazing.
go away. Can we timestamp that, please? We almost got there. To go away and just live away from everyone. I'm not that. I don't like being around
That's
massive.
why Montana's calling me.
That seems like the most on-brand place for you to live ever. Joshua,
I would be tempted to learn how to ride a horse if I went and
have
lived
you never
out
been on
there.
a horse?
I've been on a donkey.
Have you? Oh, that's the same thing, isn't it? What are you laughing at?
What?
The donkey's is an horse, isn't it?
Is it?
It's just an upmarket one.
Yeah.
It is, to be fair.
Like
it is,
roller cola.
It can have sex with a horse and,
Can it?
and have offspring.
Really?
But unfortunately, not
What's
sexually.
that called?
Not sexually viable. It's called a. Is it not a mule?
dorsey.
A mule?
I won't
Nah.
say it the other way around because it'll sound racist.
Yeah.
Can
Can I say?
you can say it. I can't.
one of the few. That's one of the few, isn't it?
Is that where the word comes from, do you reckon?
I don't know, but I'm not getting involved.
And then they call me a honk here.
That'll get clipped up. Here's Shay being racist. He's always moaning about racism. Look what he's saying. There you go. This is from producer Ben. When was this, Ben?
When the last time they were there.
Yeah, when was that?
A few months ago.
Talking riddles.
A few months ago.
When the last time they were here. Yeah, I want specifics.
Good that.
Very good that.
Cheers, Ben.
Good stuff. May.
May.
There you go. You see, I thought so.
Oh, what's 5 months for you? Well, good guess.
Good guess.
Oh, mate, bang on the money. Alex Buckingham, who's been a member of the first team for 47 months, says, look at this wonder of the impact of the sun bombarding the earth with radiation and us being protected by the magnetosphere, kids.
Great, isn't it?
Not asked, was the reply. Yeah, that was the reply I got.
Not getting out of bed for it.
I got that. Yeah, that was what I got. I got like, what? They're not bore off. So Joshua Bowater says it's Jay's rainbow out past bedtime.
So, by the fact that they're called the Northern Lights...
Our lights, mate. Northern.
Yeah. Does the Southern Hemisphere not have anything
They have Southern lights.
of the same brand
Yeah,
or
they've
flavour?
got Southern lights.
Have they?
Yeah.
I don't think they do.
Or is it because no fucker lives there and no one's ever cracked
Right.
it? Because it's only Antarctica, isn't it, really?
Is there...
The Chile
Is
and
the Southern Lights.
Is
Argentina.
there... I hate typing in front of people. Lights in the Southern Hemisphere.
Aurora, Australia.
There you go.
Shut up.
Yep.
No!
Oh, there you go.
Northern Aurora Australia's, mate.
Right, do you know what? That pretty much totally fucking debunks the flat Earth, doesn't it? The fact that you've got that on both ends of it, and isn't it partially because of the way it gets more like a clementine towards the
Clementine. We don't say that often
it's
enough on
slightly
this
wider in the
podcast.
middle, isn't
poles.
it?
Yeah, it's a big fat fella in the middle, isn't it?
Yeah. Little chubby Earth.
Well, didn't we see that when we went to Australia?
Southern Lights?
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah, in Perth or Melbourne.
Really?
Yeah. Well, we saw some lights, didn't we?
Yeah, that was
So that
just traffic lights.
All right, okay. We saw lights in Australia is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
So
That was
technically we saw them.
That was a southern.
Yeah, so, and our northerns were better. So you can stick your southern Aurora Australia nonsense.
Aurora Australis.
Aurora Australis.
Is that what it's called? Aurora
Yeah.
Australis?
It's quite a good one, that, isn't
So
it?
what
Quite a
does
good name.
Borealis mean then?
I guess it means
Somewhere near Sweden.
Talking about Gladiator 2's out soon, isn't it?
can't wait for that.
Excited.
Yeah.
It's got Denzel Washington in it.
Oh
and
my God.
He looks serious in it as well.
Nearly fell off my chair. I was that perturbed. Get involved in the chat and the comments. I'll just say this. I actually think we've stayed on brand for the brew today. I think we've really covered not been on brand. We've actually covered the topic for the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
Mazraoui's got a heart problem.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Interesting.
Yeah. And
Sad though, isn't it?
it is sad,
We've got no
but
fullback.
I think he'll be
because he's
fine.
been our best fucking player this year.
Who's playing? I mean, he'll probably be left back in it.
Is fullback one of the positions though, like where anyone can play?
What? Here's a question.
No, like
for you.
you know,
Stick Tommy in there,
no,
Barry.
you don't. You know what I mean?
Here's a good question for you that's come off the back
No,
of this.
yeah, go on.
What is the easiest position to play on a football pitch?
Third choice goalkeeper.
No,
Shut
you
up,
have
that's
to
not a pitch, that's on
which
the
of the
dugout, as you well
starting
know.
positions is the easiest to play?
Right,
To play or to be good at?
to play.
Well, let's say to hit a mediocre Premier League level,
For starters,
which is basically just generally what is the easiest?
it's got to be
position
down the
in
middle for
football?
starters.
Centre half.
It cannot be.
It's got to be centre half or centre mid because there's the
Centre mid, come off
opportunity.
it.
No, but because of the opportunity, there's the sheer numbers. If you're a goalkeeper, you're waiting on that guy getting injured. Whereas centre mid's a hard one because of you do get rotation in there. You don't rotate centre halves,
Yeah.
which is why centre mid is on the table.
No,
you get opportunities at
I think
fullback and wing.
centre half's the easiest.
to play.
Yeah.
You think it's the lowest quality position?
Yeah, I know. I just feel like if I had to play
to get in the door, because I think being
yeah.
really good at a centre half is a very high bar.
So you think you can be the worst technical whatever player and be a centre half more than any other position?
I think there's.
It's definitely not striker.
It's not striker, and I don't
can't
think
be.
it's out wide as well.
I think it might be fullback.
I think out wide's graph, bro.
Because generally the centre half is going
I know
to
I've
have
just said it,
some
somebody
stuff
can
that
stick
fullbacks
someone
don't
there.
have. Fullbacks can get certainly not as much now, but certainly back in the day, you could get away with being an untechnical fullback if you had a bit of a whip and you had an engine.
Yeah.
Like you could probably get away
remember-
with quite a lot.
Mate, when we stuck him at fullback talking to David May, and he was a disaster.
Oh, because he was world class at centre half.
No, but even so, like, I mean, he won an FA Cup playing at centre half, and he was like at fullback. He was I just feel like at fullback, if you've got someone who's physically quite quick,
the problem is if you don't make mistakes,
has a decent centre half next to them.
If you don't make mistakes, you can get away with those positions.
Yeah.
But if you do have a bit of a head rush, both of those positions you get exposed with a quickness.
Of course, I mean they're all hard, aren't they? It's definitely not. Could it be goalkeeper?
No.
I know it's the one that obviously is the most like binary. You've either got it right or you've got it wrong.
All right, let's rephrase that question because it's a good question. If you had to play, right, let's say you're physically fit enough.
Yeah.
You had to play in the Premier League with your ability
For one game.
with the level that you've got, and I think
Aren't we all
similar.
lefties?
No,
Yeah.
I'm right.
Your left hand, right foot.
Yeah, I'm left on right foot. So where would you? I don't know. I played in a.
Wait. Do not gloss over that. What sort of witchcraft is that?
I'm not going to say it. I'm individualistic.
Declan's the same, so.
Yeah, see?
Dak.
One of your stuff is the same.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
I think all my stuff are left-handed actually.
We're all. It's mad that me, you, him, and Mac are all left-handed.
Ronnie is.
Ronnie's left-handed as well.
I don't think
Oh
he is.
no, he might not. He plays left wing, doesn't he?
I,
No, he's just left-brained.
Right.
If I had to play in any position, I'd go centre half. I think.
Yeah,
I think it's the one that if you're because height wise, I'm as good as any centre half in the world height wise. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is a box tick.
6'4" is literally. We were talking about this yesterday. The perfect centre half height. So no one in the world is better than me height wise.
Headband.
Get a headband on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Obviously, everything else, I'm terrible.
I think you look like someone I've seen playing football in the 80s.
Yeah.
You do. I'm
Just
not
put
sure
me next
but
to
you do.
like a Martinez.
Yeah. And you're laughing.
I'll just nod him now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I think
I can play fullback.
Yeah. Do you reckon?
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
it's
know.
fullback.
Steve.
Mate, I got the aggression.
What are you saying?
I got
Yeah.
the tempo. I mean, I not so much more, but I did have the wheels, so like I could play fullback.
What about you, Jay?
Not a bad whip on me either, and I'm left-footed, so you know.
I'd probably
It's not
go
rare,
centre
yeah.
half. I think centre half, you get away with it. Nice little centre. I've got a decent centre half next to you as well.
I'm playing for
You can
Sean
sort of-
Dyche show, not playing for Pep.
No, I'm not playing any sort. I don't play anything that involves like a highlight.
I don't want to
or anything
leave
like
the
that.
18-yard box.
Yeah, just leave me to sort
Because if
of.
there's any space
Alright,
behind me, I'm
I'm
dead.
playing next to you then.
Yeah. I think so. I think.
Yeah.
But I think fullback, United could get away with sticking someone like.
Yeah.
I know it
Fabian
doesn't.
Delph.
Right, well, here's the thing,
Yeah,
right?
no, but you're right though.
If you phrase it another way, United have to get one player from an average League Two side, from one position, to put in United's first team next game to have the minimum sort of negative effect. What are you picking?
Winger.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking with United at the minute, you
might
You're
improve us.
fucking mega.
It might actually improve us.
Who's put that League One player in there? Oh no, that's one of our wingers already.
Yeah, we paid
That's
70 million
Anthony.
for him.
Yeah.
Half half.
I think, I think winger. Steve's probably right in it because that's not. If a winger has a stinker, it might not necessarily cost you the game.
That's
if
the
your
one.
fullback
That's
has a
the
stinker or your centre back does, it can cost you the game.
Usually does.
I think it might be keeper.
Even centre mid. No, God
Ben
no.
Foster played...
Do you know what? He's got a good point though.
We concede far
Wrexham.
too many shots for. Yeah, but you saw
Yeah,
what he
but
was doing in
most-
the National League.
Most goalkeepers are at a certain level though, where like they're all right.
Yeah.
They're good enough to
can
be
save a
okay.
shot.
Like, and a lot of goalkeepers get mad props for saving shots they should save. So I think you might have a point there. The only trouble is if the keeper does have a stinker and it
Oh,
does
it's
get
bad.
to him,
Ooh, it's
then
bad.
Yeah, it's really bad.
your 3-0 loss has gone to a 7-0 loss. Because let's face facts, we're not,
We were
it's not gonna make
conceding
much
3
difference at
anyway,
United.
but how many more is it?
Yeah. Now we've really
and no
lost
one's
the game.
prevented more goals than
If
that.
you're Eric Ten Hag, Stephen, you get into the office on Monday morning, whoever it is, and you go, right.
That's where all my stuff's gone, for starters.
Yeah, why is my key not working in this door? Why has my phone been cut off? What's going on here? My password's not working on my computer. And you've got to fix this problem. You've got no Mazraoui. Are you ringing your mate, Harry? Or are you doing something different?
What, mate?
Harry, how many fullbacks are your mates
Oh,
with?
sorry. I didn't know if you like me or Eric Ten Hag.
No. Sorry, that's a good point. But you are Stephen Howson. and mates
You've
with
got
the
several
guys.
options. One of them which got took off the table supposedly last night with, I don't know, is Martinez now injured?
Of course.
I think I heard that people were saying he was.
Not
and
as
then-
fit as he should be, maybe.
Yeah, and then he was on the
Something like that.
bench and didn't leave the camp, I don't think so.
So, I think option one, go Martinez, Jevons, De Ligt, and put Delo right back. I think is a perfectly adequate defence.
Yeah.
I think another option I think you've got to give Amas minutes, but the problem is he's not giving him a single minute
No.
to now. And that's a big ask because we've got some tasty games coming up. I think what he'll end up going with is a combination of Martinez, Evans, De Ligt, Delo, Martinez, Lindelof, De Ligt, Delo.
I think you're right. I think the trouble you've got the first game back is Brentford, and I feel like if it was, say we had Southampton, you might get away with, and I don't really disrespectful.
Fucking Barnsley, isn't it?
Yeah, you get away with Harry Hamas because he's very, very talented kid. I feel like Brentford are a very good team, and you don't want to ruin him. Not ruin him, but he has a debut that's a bit of a stinker.
Yeah.
And it's like...
No, I think your move is you go with the most experienced one, so you bring Johnny Evans in for that, and he's had the weekend off as well, so like he should be sound for that game. I just don't think you can play him twice a week.
No.
So Fenerbahce, he's going to have to sit out, which is a nightmare. Or you just say, listen, can you play these 5 games? How long is Euro out? He's a while off.
He's back running on a treadmill, so probably a month maybe.
So, all right. So you might just say, Johnny, can you just play every game for a month until all of these get back? And he might be fucking ready to come.
Maguire should be
That's the thing, though, with Johnny Evans. He's like that guy who will always play. You remember Palace last season when he wasn't fit and he played anyway?
Yep.
And he had a bit of a nightmare. And it's not his fault.
Move. But then give Hamas 10 minutes. If the game's not gone to shit and we've got a cushion, give him 10 minutes. Like, let's see him. Like,
can you risk any of our wingers at fullback? Would you try Diallo or something?
You could play Anthony at fullback because he ain't playing on the wing. So and he does graft and he is left-footed. It's not the wildest option.
No, and he has done it before, only for minutes sparingly, and Anthony kicked off. But it is a thing. It's hard though, isn't it? Fernandes is
amazing that we're in this situation. Yeah, he's
the Benfica.
Because we should never let him go.
Yeah,
was he all right?
Yes,
because I didn't see any of him.
Well, you got Player of the Year in the Championship, which is not a shit league.
Yeah,
you can go from the Championship like Grealish did and be worth 100 million. Yet you can go and he's gone to Benfica and he's doing really well. Like he's going to end up at fucking Real Madrid or something like that.
That's so weird. It's so weird that Brandon Williams is still at our club.
I don't think he's the option.
No, I think
by the sounds of it, his health issues, he's a long way off it.
It's sad that as well.
We do have a buyback clause in Fernandes' contract, which Man United can trigger for a fixed fee. The exact amount that the clause is set at was not revealed. The United understood to be weighing up whether to activate it nonetheless. So we can get, obviously not for the weekend, but he's not someone that is like out of United's orbit completely. We can sort of draw that back in. And sometimes... and obviously it looks a bit silly now because why we've just spent 12 million quid or whatever it is to get a player back that we just let go for basically free. But sometimes you need a player to stand on their own 2 feet to see what they're really about. I think,
did it?
I think he did, but I think a loan is different to I play for Benfica now. And that like stepping up of, right, I've got to turn this on, otherwise I won't have a career. So it is stupid. But if that buyback fee is any less than sort of 10 million quid, it might be worth, actually seeing if he's that good or not.
The top and bottom of it is as well, even if Luke Shaw gets fit, is anyone willing to take a bet on him staying fit for the rest of the season and playing every week?
Not.
So
and who knows what Malacia's knees are made out of now?
Yeah.
Just chewing gum and like sawdust that they've just packed in there to get him running again.
So I think if you look at him and say, okay, look, Delo and Mazraoui might be first choice.
Yeah.
Am I going to play? Yeah, mate, I think you're probably going to play. Yeah. I wouldn't worry about it. I think you're probably going to get played regardless, and the opportunity is there for you to take the number 3 shirt permanently next season, probably.
I wonder why he's never tested him. Never tried Fernandes before we sold him. He never really gave him a go.
He played on pre-season last year, didn't he?
Yeah,
and was good, if I remember right.
He's right.
Going back to your point earlier, Steve, the Community Shield was a similar sort of thing, wasn't it? Was it Martinez, Evans, Maguire, Delo?
Yeah.
So
you could do that. Yeah.
Martinez worries me. I hope he's all right physically, because he's playing like he's at about 70% to me.
He's like not all right this season.
He doesn't. He's still a mile off.
And it worries me if he is, because if it's still that same injury, if it's still that same broken foot that they had a surgery on that didn't work, that he had a second surgery on.
Because didn't he get subbed in the FA Cup final after about an hour?
I think so, but he was just coming back then.
No, that's what I mean though. He gave us a great hour, but then it was obvious like the manager felt like I can't risk him for the full night. I'm pretty sure. So I don't know. It just feels like there's something not quite right.
It looks like he's lost a yard of pace, and he wasn't quick anyway.
That's the worry in it, because he hasn't got it to lose, and it's like
hopefully
he'll get it back.
He don't look right.
No.
And I don't know if sometimes he's played a lot of football in the last 2 years and also been injured. So like.
It's a weird mix in it of like missing that chunk, but on the either side of that chunk, playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah, like sort of, when you're injured and working to get back, you're working pretty hard. So there's no rest really. Yeah. Being injured is stressful. And then getting back in and working hard and trying to stay fit is stressful. So he's not had that mental break. Even the people who's out for whatever months, you think he's just playing PlayStation. This is not a prayer. He'll be the hardest working one in the room. Your injured players are in first and home last. It's graft.
It is graft. Have you got a game this weekend? Talk to me, Goose. What's happening?
Yeah, actually, there's a video dropping in about 25 minutes on Paddock FC talking about our new signings, like a bit of a documentary. So check that out if you want. We are playing at Hyde tomorrow, so it's International Week. If you fancy coming down, free entry. Should be a good game. Got a strong 11 out tomorrow.
Yeah, good lad. What about Slopsters? Have you got anything on the horizon?
Yeah, episode going out in a bit.
What time?
Today, 5 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
5 on that.
Your cup runneth over. If you want more Howson and Joe Smith, big thank you as well to Manscaped for sponsoring this podcast. Go and check out the link in the description. Use the code Paddock24 for 20% off and free shipping.
What about you? Have you got anything going out?
Off the Bar's out tomorrow, innit?
Yes, tomorrow.
Yes. So it was me, you, Hopper and McGrath for that one. So go and check that out.
It's good actually, that.
Yeah, it was a good laugh, that. Good chat as well. So make sure you're checking that out. Don't forget to hit like, share and subscribe. Go and check out Ste Howson TV and Stretford Paddock FC. Go and check out Sloppy Joe's. That's been Joe Smith. That's been Ste Howson. I'm Jay Moyer. This has been The Brew. Thanks for watching.